Good morning everybody and welcome back to episode 216 of Enter Crypto, where twice a day I keep you informed and fully up to date on all things crypto. If that sounds like something you'd be interested in, then subscribe to the channel as I put out a new video every 12 hours. So the story of the morning is from Blockworks. It's from their market section. This is about Binance stopping basically delisting the TRON token or TRX token. As always, guys, we'll read through the article quickly and then we'll remark after. So Binance's US exchange, so this is not Binance International, this is their US sort of satellite company, says bye-bye to TRON's TRX token. Binance said the decision was influenced by a variety of factors, including regulatory standing in the US and changes in a token's risk profile. Cryptocurrency exchange Binance's US arm will soon delist TRON, the native, TRX, the native token of Justin Sun's crypto platform TRON. Spell, which has a comparatively smaller cap of $81 million, will also be delisted on April the 18th. Binance said its decision was part of a periodic review and that a number of factors influence its consideration, such as changes in a token's risk profile, trading volume and liquidity, regulatory standing in the US, and evidence of fraudulent conduct. The exchange didn't specify which exact reasons led to the delisting of both tokens, and deposits for both Spell and TRX will close on April the 17th at 10 o'clock PM. However, withdrawals will remain open. We operate in a rapidly evolving industry and our digital asset monitoring process is designed to be responsive to market and regulatory developments, Binance said in a statement. When a digital asset no longer meets our high standards or industry circumstances change, we conduct a more in-depth review of the affected asset and assess whether further action is necessary, i.e. delisting in this case. TRX fell more than 5% to trade around 6 cents following the news, but recovered about half of that by 7:15 on Wednesday. This is according to data from Blockworks Research, and Spell was down around 4%. TRON founder Sun, this is Justin Sun, didn't appear to be fazed by the move, telling Reuters that the impact from Binance.US's delisting would be relatively small. He added that TRX trading volume on Binance US is less than $1 million a day, while the token's total trading volume is $400 million. The US's SEC has sued Sun and 3 of his companies, TRON Foundation, BitTorrent and Rainberry, for the unregistered offer and sale of crypto asset securities, Tronix and BitTorrent. The agency also accused Sun of manipulation of the secondary market for TRX through wash trading, a process involving simultaneous buying and selling of a security in order to unnaturally increase trading volume and provide misleading information. So this really is, for me, it's just, TRON is just a kind of scam token. It's always been rubbish. You know, they have hardly any validators. It's all, it reminds me a bit of BNB and, Binance Chain, where they scale vertically instead of horizontally. And so what I mean by that is that when you look at Bitcoin and ETH and and Monero especially, they have scaled horizontally, and what I'm saying there is that they've actually, if you want to increase throughput, you want to do it in a decentralized way, you want as many nodes as possible, as many validators running as possible across the whole world, so that it becomes very difficult, very robust and resilient, and it becomes very difficult to shut that network down. Bitcoin is the sort of god of this sector when you're talking about horizontal scaling, but when we're talking about vertical scaling, is you can still get a massive throughput if you just use a very small amount of validators, but you do not get that decentralized aspect to your network, and so you become very easy to shut down. So you can do it with 15-20 validators or 20 to 15 servers, and they can basically they can verify all the transactions on the network, but if I'm a government, I've only got 19 or 20 nodes to shut down, whereas with Bitcoin I've got heaps of nodes to shut down. Even if I know where they are, I can't. One government is not possible, doesn't have the power to cover the entire world and shut everything down. With Monero, it's even better because most of those nodes are either using VPNs or being run through Tor, and the network is private by default. So even if you know how many there are, you don't even know where they are, which is even worse for a government. So you don't even know where to shut them down or where to start. So Tron is one of these ones where it has very few validators, and they just do this because they want to say, so every time you hear that, they do 1 million transactions per second or something like, yeah, you can have 1 million transactions per second. It can be a very fast network like Tron or Binance, but it's not decentralized. And if it's not decentralized, it makes it fragile. And I've just talked about governments, but anything actually. If 10 of your validators go down, and you've got 20 online, you've just lost 50% of your transaction throughput, and basically, whereas if you lose 10 on the Bitcoin network and you've got, say, 10,000 nodes and you lose 10, who cares? You wouldn't even know that you've lost 10 probably when making a transaction or anything like that. So that's one problem. There's also Justin Sun Tron and his personal control over the network. You don't want any individual controlling a network or being the spokesperson for the network or something like that, because again, that introduces sort of fragility. Because if you start arresting him, or you do something to him, or he dies, or I don't know, something bad happens, then people are going to say, well, who's going to lead this token now? Who's going to lead this network? And you don't want that. Bitcoin doesn't have that. It doesn't have any leader, no CEO, obviously, as we all know. And so that makes it very robust, again, because you've nobody to attack. There's nobody to take responsibility for if anything goes wrong. And so the whole network has to learn to basically look after itself. So it's basically, in my opinion, it's just a bit of a scam coin. I wouldn't put any money into this whatsoever. And I think it's just a matter of time before it gets delisted from pretty much everywhere. There's loads of evidence if you go onto Glassnode and you look back at Justin Sun's history about how he manipulates price and what he's been doing with Tether as well, and it's just a real sort of shit show, to put it, to be frank. So stay away if I was you. That's what I've got for you this morning, guys. Remember, everybody, to please subscribe to my channel. Join my team and I'll keep you updated on all things crypto every 12 hours. Smash the like button if you feel you got value from this video, and I'll see you all in 12 hours time.